Hello, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Purple A's podcast. I'm your host, Louise Purple and Gold, Isaac here. So, there's really hasn't been very much news in case you're wondering about free agency. There hasn't been any news, so let's talk speculation and just basically a trade idea that the Vikings could make with Jonathan Greenard. So, we'll start with that. With Jonathan Greenard basically being on the trade block for the Vikings. I mean, it's not like he's on the trade block, but if any GM or any team wants to trade for Jonathan Greenard for first rounders, second rounders, then Rob Brzezinski is willing to listen. So basically, though, I have an idea. I know some people are saying, "Oh, Washington." I mean, I got two ideas basically where the Vikings could trade him. I would say number one, the Baltimore Ravens, because here's the reason why. So the Baltimore Ravens at first attempted to trade for Max Crosby of the Vegas Raiders. They attempted to trade him, and Max Crosby failed his physical. I don't know what the Baltimore Ravens GM was doing there, leaving Max Crosby out when he's still going through an injury. I don't know what they were doing there. But he failed his physical, Max Crosby, and so their attempt to go for edge rusher failed. And so Max Crosby is staying with the Raiders. So that means, and Jonathan Greenard, being fully healthy, could go to the Baltimore Ravens for a first round or a second round pick. I think that would be a good trade because if the Baltimore Ravens attempted to go after a star player or an edge rusher, I say maybe the Vikings could trade Jonathan Greenard to the Baltimore Ravens. That would be one of my things because you could get a decent amount of picks maybe this year. I mean, I don't think it will be as high of a draft pick as the Vikings want it. But I think, though, that the Vikings could get some good picks out of it. And then the second team that I think would be a good fit for a Jonathan Greenard trade is the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, I mean, they are, I think, moving on from Zadarius Smith. They need someone else to pair up with Myles Garrett. Jonathan Greenard's a good fit for Cleveland, and they have a much higher first round pick, or they could get a first and second this draft, or they could get a second pick this draft, and a future first. Because I feel like, though, Cleveland is going to do a bunch of rebuilding around Shedeur Sanders, to say the very least. So I think, though, Jonathan Greenard would be another good fit for Cleveland. And they could get... Because here's the deal. The Vikings, as of right now, have no idea how to figure it out. They could figure it out in the future draft in 2027, where you can get a future first round pick from Cleveland, depending on what the record is in 2026. That will be their position in 2027, whether it's a top 10 pick, so they can get their future first round just in case JJ McCarthy doesn't pan out. They can use it for anything that they want. So those are my two trade ideas for Jonathan Greenard. I'm so ready to trade this guy to get some picks. The Vikings could make a huge they could pull off a highway robbery with this trade. And now getting to this right now, this other topic I want to get to, the aftermath. Well, actually, yeah, let's talk about it. I guess I was thinking of ending the video right here and just calling it, but no, let's get to it right now. So, Kyler Murray, aftermath of the Kyler Murray trade, they got this whole ordeal is done, and now that it's settled in the dust, so basically people have been saying, oh well, the Vikings, they could actually make the playoffs, and they could do this adds that. This is so great. And I actually do agree with that because I think though the Vikings will be competitive or at least make the playoffs in 2026 because you have a deep quarterback room as it is right now than what you did previously entering the 25 season. Because you had to start off with, so basically the preseason, so you cut Sam Howell and Brett Rippon after the preseason, and then you had Carson Wentz and Max Brosmer in the quarterback room, and J.J. McCarthy. Now this time, cutting Carson Wentz, you have, although Max Brosmer still kind of sucks, I don't know if he'll get a fair shot. But you right now have Kyler Murray, J.J. McCarthy, and Max Brosmer, which is a solid quarterback room as it is. So basically you have an insurance policy no matter who's the starting quarterback, either whether it's J.J. McCarthy or Kyler Murray. So right now, you have a much better quarterback room. Okay, forget about taking the coaching factor out of it. We all know what it is at this point. I'm not going to rehash it every week, every video, but as far as player execution goes, I would say yes, the Vikings will make the playoffs because you do have a strong running back You have wide receivers. Wide receiver 3 is unknown at this point right now. You still have a decent tight end room and a decent offensive line. The Vikings are looking to move on from defensive tackles. And to get new ones, and the quarterback room is still there, but the defense overall is really good under Brian Flores, and it can always be better. No question about it. So you do have a defense that will give the offense a chance. They will definitely give them a shot to win or do something. And the offense, as when it's used properly or utilized properly, they could be top 5 offense in the league as it is right now. So you have a solid quarterback room entering 2026. I say at best they make it to the wild card round at best right now. So, let me know what you guys think down below. Hit that like button and hit that button. And as always, Skull Vikings.